following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee. Main Street Media proudly welcomes you live to Chattanooga, site of the 2021 Blue Cross Bowl. This is TriStar Friday Night Live, presented by the U.S. Army and the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Hey, Toby. Toby knows comfort, whether day or night. Through the highs and the lows, Toby knows. You've put it off long enough. That old system is just out with the old, in with the new. We'll make it worthwhile all the way through. Derryberry is your local independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Visit DerryberryAC.com today and schedule a visit. Derryberry Heat and Air, making customers for life.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? What's your name, sir? Where you are right now?
506 by First 76 coming.
I am Dr. Birdie, the founder, CEO, and president at Home Care Preference. I am a successful African-American female entrepreneur in business with Wilson Bank and Trust. With the partnership that I have, the level of my dreams is the limit of that company's success. When there's strong partnership, everything is possible.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Main Street Media proudly welcomes you live to Chattanooga, site of the 2021 Blue Cross Bowl. This is TriStar Friday Night Live, presented by the U.S. Army and the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. TSSAA Blue Cross Bowl here in Chattanooga. JP Plant, the Sundrop kid from Alabama, Chris Yao, and the Hall of Famer Mo Patton here with you. And guys, Lipscomb Academy gets the win in the first game this afternoon as they get the final of 27-0. And it was a slow start, guys, and we'll get into some highlights here in just a bit. But overall thoughts of what Lipscomb did today, 27-0, as they missed the extra point early, but a fairly easy win today.
Yeah, no question that I won't say it was easy, but I think CPA didn't help themselves very much, and Lipscomb Academy took full advantage of every mistake that Christ Presbyterian made.
Yeah, big swing there late in the second quarter when CPA had the ball on the plus side and drive, and they fumble it. And Lipscomb goes the other way and scores with 6 seconds left in the half to make it a 13-0 game, basically a 13-point swing, because you felt like CPA was getting ready to score right there and tie the ball game up. Instead, they kind of muffed the shotgun snap, and Lipscomb recovered it there. Kid that recovered it was going to be off to the races if not for a CPA offensive lineman just kind of getting a hand on his ankle and tripping him up. But they drove it back down and scored there, like I said, with 6 seconds left. Big pass play from Luther Richardson to Nathan Spillman. And it kind of felt like right there the game swung.
Oh, yeah. To me, it felt like that was, like I said, at halftime, I said, this just feels like it's over at this point. I mean, all the momentum was on the LA side, and there was nothing CPA could do to stop the momentum because they couldn't score. They just couldn't put it in the end zone no matter what. They couldn't finish drives. They had great drives, finished with 223 yards of offense. I mean, that they actually drove the ball really well between the 30s, but they couldn't put it in the end zone.
Yeah, and now made it tough on CPA's defense because early on you felt like they were playing well enough to be in a better situation than they were. Eventually, Lipscomb winds up converting 8 of 11 third downs, kind of keeping that CPA defense out on the field, and eventually they kind of cracked.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be on the field. I think time possession was in favor of Lipscomb. But yeah, this is those games where CPA had every opportunity. They just couldn't do anything to take advantage of those opportunities, and Lipscomb Academy did. They took advantage of the failures and of the turnovers, the penalties. I mean, just in the second half, CPA is going in to score, and they get down to the 5-yard line. Hold on, we got to come back for a holding call. End up having to punt. Lipscomb Academy scores. So it just
was not CPA's day.
It wasn't. And credit Lipscomb Academy for that.
Sure.
I mean, those kids, they put CPA in bad situations, and they took advantage of every opportunity. So there you go.
And of course, when your quarterback goes 17 for 19,
yeah,
that certainly doesn't hurt. Luther Richardson completes. Only one ball that Luther Richardson threw hit the ground because I think he was picked off once, and then he completed 17.
And that was the pass where Alex Broom went up he went up to try to catch it.
Luther Richardson all by himself in the shotgun. CPA rushes 4 and gets through. Back. George Collier with the sack. Into midfield with the stiff arm, still grinding across midfield inside the 40. Jaden Lyles eventually dragged him down. That's a gain of 51. CPA's in business. 4 wide and a bad snap. Ball's loose. Who has it? It's Lipscomb Academy. Brian Longwell picked up the fumble. The snap was ankle high and Law couldn't handle it. Lipscomb Academy football, and the shutout rides on.
All right, so that's how it sounded on the TSSAA radio network. That last fumble right before half allowed Lipscomb to get that second touchdown, and I think kind of sealed the deal for the Mustangs today in their 27-20 win. So, where does this put this Lipscomb team kind of in historical references? They did have the one loss. It was to Oakland. It was close, but dominating performances in their 2 meetings versus CPA and revenging a loss last year in this championship game.
You know, this is Lipscomb's first state championship since 2007 under the late, great Glenn McAdams. And I think that while this Lipscomb program isn't that Lipscomb program, it's nice to see Lipscomb back in that realm, I think. So, you know, that's a great ball club. That's a great team that they put out there, and you've got a lot of kids out there that are going to go on and play some collegiate ball and do some good things. And so certainly I had a chance to see them against Oakland in that 29-21 loss earlier this year. One of the better teams you're going to see at the high school level this year for sure.
I mean, I think they're a top 5 team in the state, no matter what class. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I think this team is as good as just about anybody in the state. I mean, on any given night, I think they could beat just about anybody.
All right, so they get the win again, 27-0, Lipscomb Academy over CPA to take the Blue Cross Bowl and that gold ball back to Nashville. Coming up next is the 1A game. It'll be DCA versus Nashville Christian. A quick look into this one. 7-3 DCA defeated Nashville Christian in the first meeting, last game of the regular season. How do you like this one playing out here this afternoon?
Well, you know, again, these two teams evenly matched. Low scoring 7-3 affair when they played each other earlier this year. I think it's just going to be a really good football game.
A lot of talent on both sides of the field, as always, in this type of ball game. Again, you've got 2 Mr. Football finalists and the quarterback for Donaldson Christian, Bradford Gaines, the running back for Nashville Christian, Joshua Strickland, and as we spoke with Russell Venozzi from Main Street Preps earlier today, Strickland didn't have a great game the first time these two met. 21 rushing yards, 11 carries. I'm not sure DCA can keep it back like that, bottled up for 48 minutes this time around, and I think that'll probably be the difference in this ball game.
All right, so we'll have coverage recapping that one shortly after that one. Don't forget, coming up later this afternoon at 4 o'clock Central, 5 Eastern, it's Southern Middle Tennessee Sports Today. We will be doing that from here, obviously. We're not going to drive back to Columbia today just for the show. So we'll be doing that here. We'll have some special guests joining us as well. Do we want to do we got some
we do, in fact.
We know who we're getting?
We have Bethel College head football.
Bethel University.
Sorry, Bethel University head football
formerly
coach
Bethel College.
Mike Jasper and TSSAA Executive Director Bernard Childress will be joining us. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, so that's coming up this afternoon again, 4 to 6 Central, 5 to 7 Eastern.
There you go.
On Southern Middle Tennessee Sports.
You can find it on Facebook. On Twitter. Same places you can find this.
Same place you're finding this.
So, yeah, that's awesome.
It will be put out there later this afternoon, and then we'll be back, of course, following this game 2 with a recap as well. And then again tonight after NBA and McCauley. We'll have a preview of that coming up later this afternoon as well. All right, that's going to do it for us. Again, this game recap brought to you by Dairy Berries Heat and Air. For over 35 years, Dairy Berries Heat and Air has provided unparalleled service to residents of Sumner County. Trust Dairy Berries for all of your heating and air needs. Give us a call today, 615-452-8121, or visit dairyberriesac.com online. Thanks for the Hall of Famer Mo, for the Sundrop Kid Chris. I'm JP, saying we'll talk to you later today on this Thursday. Blue Cross Bowl Championship, Day 1. Lipscomb Academy wins the 2A Gold Ball over CPA 27-0. We'll talk to you later this afternoon.
TriStar Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by the U.S. Army. In the boots of a U.S. Army soldier, you'll move forward in your career and make a real difference in the world. Find the right fit with more than 150 occupational specialties. Learn more at usarmy.com. And the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, reminding you, booze it and lose it. The bad decision to drive drunk will land you in jail. And by Wilson Bank and Trust. Visit wilsonbankandtrust.com for more details. Wilson Bank and Trust, proud supporter of high school sports.